Welcome to this edition of The Step Exchange. I am Coach B, the coach with so much personality, coming at you forever will remain in color, and everything you need to know, want to know, and must know is going to come from me because I always got something to say. All right, tonight's episode is all about the XFactor step team. Everybody always wants to know, tell us more about XFactor. Tell us more about XFactor. Tell us more. Tell us more. Tell us more. Okay, so I'm going to let you know a lot about the XFactor step team. And guess what? They're going to let you know a lot about them and their experiences as well. So let's start from stage one. Get your pen and your paper out and take some notes, all right? Let's go. Here we go. The national award-winning XFactor step team started April the 25th, 2016 here in Charlotte, North Carolina. The principles that the XFactor step team stands on, and I want every member of the XFactor step team to gain from being a part of the step team, is simple. Building confidence, raising self-esteem, and maintaining high self-esteem, and accepting diversity. I always tell people, everyone fits in when you are a part of the XFactor step team. I'm going to say that one more time. Everyone fits in when you are a part of the XFactor step team. Oh yeah, we're a family, and that's how it should be. The XFactor step team started off as a boys team. The 2016-2017 season, it was a boys team, the XFactor boys. I went co-ed in the fall of 2017, and we have been co-ed ever since. For those who don't know what co-ed is, co-ed means boys and girls. I'm just saying, people know, but we got to learn. We got to teach folks, all right? We got to teach. Just in case somebody knew what it was, we got to teach, all right? 2016 to now, the XFactor step team has been the vehicle, has been the place for a lot of youth to grow, to love who they are, to build that confidence. And we do that all through the sport and the art form we call stepping. First, I'm going to show you a video clip of the first performance of the XFactor step team when we were all boys that first season. I will tell you this. We weren't great at the beginning, all right? It took some time, all right? We started April 25th, 2016, and they performed 3 weeks later. And remember, this was before we went co-ed, and then we're going to go right into when we went co-ed, when things just took a turn and went from high to even higher. So let's go. Check this out.
I feel like the step team took a very good direction. Starting off with we was what, less than 15 people
About 30,
by the time we finished out. Mm-hmm. And then there was people that wasn't even performing sometimes, so it would be even less than that.
Yes,
so yeah, bro, it's been a long journey to now, and I'm happy to see how it progressed, and I'm proud to see how XFactor is really up there right now. Because I remember they slept on us when we was all males.
I was going to say that. I was just going to say that. Ain't nobody want to step, but as soon as that first season happened, everybody started trying out.
Everybody wanted to step.
But I remember they had it on the announcements, and everybody was clowning. I was like, all right, watch. And then at the end of the year, everybody was like, they was gassing us for real. They was gassing us like crazy.
Because we was the only, even when people would try and cheat us, or we wouldn't get invited to certain things because, we was starting out, we was still one of the only technically teams on the school winning at that point.
Facts. We was the only team bringing in trophies.
Bringing in trophies. Yeah,
bringing in trophies.
Come on, we were.
Competition.
Say it again.
The first year we was bringing in them trophies. I remember when Benson smashed the second place trophy that we didn't deserve.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You did that for every year, from what I heard, Benson.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it the last 2 years. I did it the first two, and I'll do it again if I have to.
I feel like it's just a legacy that we left for the rest of the kids that want to step like us. And I like the fact that we were all boys, but the fact that we became diverse more than we were already diverse, it made it even better. So it was fun to watch. It was real fun to watch.
Stop! Look and listen! This
was humble beginnings, all right? Humble beginnings. All right, now it's time. In 2017, that's when X Factor became a co-ed step team, all right? A co-ed step. I had no idea how I was going to do this, but I said, you know what? We're going to do this. So that's when things went from great to greater. Take a look. X Factor went from, oh, that's just the step team, to, oh, yo, that's the step team. They rebirthed the love of stepping in Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, and before I get into the interview with the co-ed X Factor step team, there's a lot of people on the screen, so please look for the arrow. This arrow right here, look for this arrow so you are able to see who is talking at that time. All right, let's go. You feel, City, joining up on the step team, my first year co-ed. How'd you feel?
I felt good because, like, well, step is kind of in my blood, so I was confident. Mm-hmm. And I used to step, like, a long time ago. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try out for it.
When you stepped and you danced and you came, and Sydney was so quiet. I said, and then she hit the stage, you'd be like, who is this? Who are you? I love it. I love it. Imani, what about you? Imani came up on there, and Imani used to be like, but you can't tell her nothing now. So Imani, what about you? How'd you feel?
I was so happy when I had made team because I wanted to step, like, ever since I was seeing y'all step and the girls team step, I was just like, I want to step in there. At first, I used to cheer, and then my cheer coach left, so then I was just like, I don't got nothing to do. So then 6th grade came, and I joined the step team.
Look, I'm with you. I love it. Anyone else who came that year? My angel. That was your year too. My angel came in. She was so quiet and just so, I'm like, this girl ain't quiet. And I would go to the cafeteria and my angel be, yeah. I'd be like, who is this? This is who I need to see. So my angel, what about you? You came to the step team. What did it do for you?
It made me really happy because before I joined that, when I was younger, like really young, my church had a step team as well. And we would always step at church. And then when I found out that the step team at the school was going co-ed, I was so excited because I just like to step. It's just like, it's therapeutic to me, so.
The therapy, I ain't mad at you. Very therapeutic. Very, very therapeutic. When Makari tried out, and Makari didn't make it, and Makari wanted to beat me up. He was looking at me like, you got me coming out here. Makari, come close to the screen. Why you so back for? I mean, you're already short. Come on close. And Makari tried out. He didn't make it. I felt so bad. I was like, but everything is timing. So Makari, talk about that. You didn't make the team the first time, and then you made it the second time. So how did that feel the first time?
So that year, like when I tried out and I didn't make it, I was mad because, like, it was like the only thing I could do at my age. Like in 5th grade, we couldn't do anything but step. That's when he opened up to 5th grade. So I tried out, and then I was gonna quit like halfway through the tryouts, and then I did it. And then I knew when Mr. Vincent said come back next year, and then I knew I was gonna make it next year.
You're right. It was all about time, and I don't think you were ready for the stuff that the capacity we were doing. It was all about time, and then you got to 6th grade, and there it was. It was like night and day. And we got Kamari right here. Kamari, how does it feel being the coach's son? And I still fuss at you in front of everybody like I don't care. I kicked you out of the gym. Get out. And go to the so how does it feel being the coach's son?
So it is more difficult because I remember main reason I did start stepping because the first year, well, 1 year I was gonna do it, but I didn't. And because I guess I wasn't confident in myself. So, but when you was like, making me in the house do all this your steps and making me so you can see how they was. I was like, oh, I could actually do this. So I decided to try out next year, and I got it.
You did. People don't know Kamar used to he would be up late at night. Get up so I can see the step. Look at this step with me. So yeah, I get it.
Come on, y'all. Hit, push. We coming, y'all. Come on. Don't move. Ooh, if you move.
Jamarian and Fatima, right? When they were on the step team, because they was there before me, and I used to always meet up with them because they were my friends. So they would be doing their steps. Like, I used to go to the Fatima house. Fatima used to be like, help me practice my step. I said, okay. And so I used to be stepping with Fatima. Like, that's how I knew, like, almost half of y'all steps already. But she was just like, oh, my God, you should try out for the step team. And so I remember I came the last day on Thursday. I came on Thursday, and then you were doing cuts on Thursday. And then I made it that same day, and Fatima was just like, oh, we're on the step team together. Yay. And I was just like, yay, let me see how this goes, right? And so I ended up having a really, really good time.
You did. You were our talker. You and Jermaine were our talkers in the beginning of the show. And I do appreciate everything that you contribute, because you brought a lot of life to the step. You brought a lot of life. And when we stepped at the high school that your freshman year, and Lewis your junior year, the love that the whole school showed us that. But y'all were just, I love to see you, Lewis, Brandon, see Jamarian was up there screaming like it was nobody's business. Aaliyah was up there stomping and stuff. So I love to see how much y'all supported, because that was a very hard show. And then was the year I said, I'm gonna take my team to nationals. It was the national year. I said, you know what? I've been studying nationals. I've been studying U-Step USA. It is time. I have a great group of talented steppers here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it's time for the world to see. Not knowing we were going to win, not knowing all of that, but I said, you know what? We're going to take a chance. Our first year going, the world has got to see these talented young steppers up close in person. And we did. We went to U-Step USA our first year, and we won the middle school co-ed division and the Instagram award. That means people on Instagram, they were voting for us. Come on, they better vote. Come on, people's choice. But I will say this, and I will say this. The very individuals that tried to downplay me had to sit and watch XFactor win nationals, and they had to acknowledge it to my face that we won, and they had to say congratulations. And I say all that to say, God will show you off in front of your haters. You don't have to go back and forth with a hater. I mean a fan, because a hater is nothing but a secret fan. You don't have to go back and forth with them, because what's understood ain't got to be explained. And the very individuals that said you could not and said you would not will be the same individuals asking you, how did you do it? Trust me when I say it. The people that doubted you will be the people asking you for advice. Let's go. Check this out.
First place. And our national co-ed championship team,
First off, let's keep it a bit. There has never been a team, regardless if it was in our first year or now, that XFactor hasn't been able to get past.
That's true. You better correct me. I'll take that correction. Come on, Lou. I'll take that.
Let me correct you there, Benson. It's teams that don't like us and try to outdo us, but we cannot be outdone.
Never.
So when I was in the back, I was so mad. And then I know I had to work myself to get better. So my brother, Hassan, he forced me to keep stepping. And then I got to the front. And then when we went to nationals, we won. And I was so happy. And I still got my chain to this day.
Oh, you better have a chain. Put it close to the screen. Put it close to the screen. Put it close. Let the people see it. Come on, U-Step USA. Put it close to the screen.
We messed up. You come for me. We come for you. Let me finish. When we won. I know well. So I can't do it.
This. Oh, what? Yeah. Uh-oh.
And now you should know. We know. We think that you can. We
Quentin used to like who was it? Who was this? Quentin used to
Nah,
like?
don't try that, cause you know I did not like her. She was older than me.
Who was it? Quentin used to like the girl. Denasia. Yep, it was Denasia.
You thought I liked her. I didn't like her.
You liked it, Quentin. It's okay.
Oh my mama, no, I did not.
Well, I'm your mom and you did.
First, I was really nervous, like really nervous but like when we went, I actually loosened up some because you put me in a room with my friends. Yeah. So like that night before, we was like, practicing the steps and stuff before we went to bed. And then we wake up and I gave myself a speech. I was like, I got this. And then we got there. I was like really nervous, but then we got on stage and we won first place and I was happy.
So y'all were in your room practicing the steps at night. You weren't running around the hotel just like everyone else?
No, we was
Oh, because don't do us.
So I come back to the room, Ronnie and Devin sitting there, and they was like, "Oh, Mr. Vincent came to the room looking for you." He was like, "Where were you?" And I was like, "About my business." Like I low-key said about my business.
Oh, that's what you said about my. I'm glad you said that, but I didn't hear you.
Yeah, you came in the room and you said, "Everybody go outside."
When we were on the radio, like XFactor step team on the radio, run another conversation. I was just like, "Oh, we're on the radio. We're famous."
XFactor at the end of the year, it is 4,452. I couldn't go tomorrow. I had to come up there. But I feel like that they have became the underdogs that came up and started slapping a lot of people. Of course, XFactor and their energy through the roof and in your face. I actually had to judge them one time when they did the Roscoe chicken and waffles, and they were so intense that one of the kids kicked the tray off the stage and it hit the judges. Oh, and XFactor, I would say XFactor, definitely that energy, for days.
Oh yeah, and I gotta add one more team to middle school, XFactor. I love them today. It's like a 30, 50, 60 of them on stage, so they're gonna be there. Yeah, so I pretty much like them too.
Oh, XFactor, we love XFactor.
Yeah, what it do,
XFactor?
What it do, baby?
We love XFactor. How y'all?
Naya!
Naya!
You know what to do. Just sit back and watch someone else get you. Go on. Go on, XFactor.
People love the team, and we're not just known in the city. People from Texas, New York, Florida, they know us. You know what I'm saying? So that kudos to you all. I just coach. Y'all went out there and put the vision on stage. You know what I'm saying? Y'all won the trophies. I just coached it. I can coach all day, but if y'all don't go out there and do it, then it doesn't happen. So I love it. XFactor is all about confidence. That's my number one thing to build inside every stepper is confidence. Everyone always says to us, when we see XFactor on stage, they have so much confidence. They're never nervous. Well, you know what? We're human. Steppers do get nervous. But let me tell you where we get the most nervous. We get the most nervous when we have to step in Charlotte. I don't know what it is, but it's different. When you go off, you probably will never see them people again. So if you mess up, you'll never see them again. But when you're stepping home, folks will remind you. You can be at the store. Somebody will say, "Oh, hey, I saw you stepping. Oh, you messed up, but I saw you." See, they will remind you every day. So remind you every time they see you, all right? But hey, yeah, I messed up and I'm stepping. What are you doing? You're nervous before a show. I like it. That nervousness keeps you humble to make sure you go out there and do what you're supposed to do on that floor. And what is that? Step, entertain, and let the people feel you. Be a soul stepper. Check this out. Does anybody remember stepping at the high school?
We love to see y'all get even better.
Does anybody remember stepping at the high school? Zakia, how was that show stepping at the high school?
It was nervous because, of course, my sister was in high school and, she knows, people in high school and they know me too. And it was, really nervous because, I don't want people staring at me. I hate that. So, but me being on the step team, it was normal. So, I was really nervous. And plus, my teacher was there and I knew she was going to talk about it the whole class. So, it was nervous for me. I was nervous.
It was very loud. We couldn't hear a thing. I was like, everybody, please just count. Now, Robin, how did you feel about that? when we stepped into high school, and when it was so loud that we couldn't hear ourselves.
Man, I was scared because I was like, you keep it count, and if somebody else was beside me, we all looking at each other. We pretty sure we on count. And then at the end of the show, when you told us that we stayed on beat, and everybody just got so excited, and I just loved it because they were so hyped with it.
Oh yeah. The most important part of X Factor is hearing some of the testimonies of the stepper. Come on, testimonies. Come on, church. My favorite dynamic of the X Factor step team is hearing the great things that the X Factor step team has done to each stepper that is on the step team, especially with their confidence. Check this out.
When I was in 5th grade, 6th grade, I thought I was like the weird girl, I guess. Because like everybody, I guess they kind of looked better than me and they did like different stuff than me. But then after I was on the step team, I felt my confidence go like way up. Like I was just doing me, and yeah.
And let me tell you, being the weird kid is always great because the weird kid always grows up to sign everyone's checks. That means they're the boss. It's never the person who's normal. So I'm the weird girl. Be the weird one because that's the one when it's time to get paid. You'll be like, here goes your check. Here goes your check. People be working for you. So yes, be the weird girl. Get a shirt that says, I am the weird girl. Come on, get that.
I'm gonna give you one.
Yeah, get the shirt that says, I am weird. I am the weird girl. That's it. All right. All right. Tell me some other teams that you like. If you can remember some other step teams that you had liked competing against that you like to see.
Okay, so for me, the step teams, like, I remember when 904 first came. And these boys are 14, right? And I came and I remember Jordan just running up the stage, going to that boy. I remember what's his name and asking him for his Instagram.
My favorite teams was Hype. I didn't like stepping against them, but I liked watching them. And Royal Diamonds because they was always supporting. They was always backing us.
X Factor always comes with a level of energy and excitement, and I'm sure explosive energy, exactly. And y'all are always exciting to watch.
Step show day is a big day, because that's where we go to compete. So step competition day is a big day. Oh, we have things that you can do, that you can't do, that I don't want to see, that you can only eat, that you can only drink. Oh, because when we go on that stage, I need the energy to be on 2,786 million energy. All right. I need the energy on point. So for years, we have had tradition since 2016 to now. I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm going to let the steppers tell you about it. Check this out. Does anybody remember when we go out to eat? Lewis, this been happening since you was on the team. Where do we always eat?
We used to go to Wendy's all the time. And there was one time we were coming back from a competition and one of the OG members, Brandon, I'll never forget. he was just like, bro, we getting Wendy's again. And
when we go to Wendy's, what can we only eat?
4 for 4.
No
Always 4 for 4.
No soda, just water.
But hold up, what type of 4 for 4? It only could be certain products.
It's literally only chicken.
Could we only drink the day of the show?
Water.
Wow.
Who remembers when Serenity tried to drink that Capri Sun and started having her pouch like that?
Yeah, the fact that she tried to hide it killed me, guys.
Thank you for watching this edition of The Step Exchange featuring the national award-winning X Factor Step Team. I am Coach B, the coach with so much personality, coming at you in color, forever, ever in color.